Hey guys, welcome back to Release the Craftin. Priscilla here with another episode of Mini Magic. Mini Magic is short form video content that I make where I get to make little tiny works of art and then share some magic with you guys. And I hope that you guys are enjoying this series so far. We are on day 4? 5? I don't know what day it is, of our week of the Rainbow Color Magic Associations. And we are on the BIV, the bi, the B part, the blue part of ROYGBIV, and I am really excited because I think you guys will like this one. I think you'll like them all, but like I think you'll like what I got to tell you guys today about the color blue. I don't have much time to talk, so I'm going to stop rambling up top. And here we go. Blue isn't commonly found in nature. And you might be thinking, blueberries. They're not blue. Try again. It's actually not super common at all. I learned this actually initially in culinary school, and that's the reason why they don't make a lot of fancy pastries blue, because something about the eye doesn't associate the color blue with food. But we don't actually see blue show up in early art because it's not super like prevalent in nature. It makes its first appearance, or its earlier appearance, sometime about 6,000 years ago, when they would make a pigment from ground up lapis lazuli. Is it hailing? It's hailing. This is what I get for recording in a thunderstorm. They would grind up lapis lazuli. The stone itself was super rare and already really expensive. This process of deriving the pigment was super expensive-er. So this pigment was almost exclusively reserved for the nobility and the wealth. Like the wealthy people, upper class people could use the color blue. Nobody else could. It was expensive. To recreate this pigment, ancient Egyptians mixed lime, copper, silica, and alkali into a pigment that historians are creatively calling Egyptian blue. This solution could be applied to a variety of surfaces, and it made it a really popular color in Egyptian artwork. And I think you can kind of envision it in your head because we've seen a lot of this color everywhere. Ancient Greeks and Romans, interestingly, did not have a word for blue at all. And if you've ever read the Odyssey by Homer, you can actually see this in the way that he describes the sea as being wine red. There's no word for blue, so that was the closest he could use to describe it. And the Romans actually developed a fear of blue once they encountered the Celts, who would cover themselves in blue pigment before battles. It made them mistrustful. Plus, all the Celtic people were blue-eyed. They were like, I can't stand that. They were terrified. They weren't all blue-eyed, but when they would see them, they were like, that's evil, because they were so afraid of the color blue. China gets their blue hues from cobalt, which had to be imported from Persia, and as a result was also very expensive. But they would use like ground up cobalt in their stuff and then trade it back to Persia. So it was like a cycle of like, here's the pottery we made, give us more blue. Blue in magic, it can be used for purity, humility. It has a lot to do with your emotions. It also affects your peace of mind. Sort of like a balance of it, because you can go from serenity to also sadness with the color of blue. You can use it for peace magic, healing, wisdom, devotion, loyalty, protection, and honesty, just to name a few. Also, it's associated with water and the throat chakra, and the Greco-Roman god I would say is associated with it is Poseidon. And that's going to be it for me, guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Until then, happy crafting. Bye!